One wrong step here doesn't hurt, it ends you. The ground can look solid, then collapse into boiling acid or superheated mud. There's no time to react, no clean surface to grab, and no second chance once your weight breaks the crust beneath you. What makes it worse is how quiet it looks. No warning siren. No dramatic cliff edge. Just a flat, pale surface that feels safe from a distance. People don't fall because they rush. They fall because the place tricks the brain into trusting it. This is the Danakil Depression, a geothermal field where heat rises through salt, sulfur, and acidic water. The landscape is constantly being rebuilt by minerals, then weakened again by heat and gas. What looks like dry ground may be a thin skin over something lethal. Here, danger isn't only temperature, it's chemistry. Pools can be acidic enough to burn skin fast, and gases can irritate lungs in seconds. Even standing still has a risk. Wind shifts can push fumes into your face, and masks don't solve everything. The route is a narrow line of maybe safe steps. Stray a meter, and the surface changes. Hard salt becomes fragile crust. Stable rock becomes hollow mineral foam. In a place like this, navigation isn't about direction, it's about where your foot lands next. At first, the terrain feels firm. The crust crunches like dry snow, but it's salt and sulfur. That sound can be misleading because brittle surfaces break right before they fail. The moment you hear a deeper crack, you're already late. Heat here attacks equipment quietly. Plastic softens, adhesives weaken, battery life drops, and metal parts become too hot to handle. People expect gear to protect them, but the environment slowly removes your tools while you're still walking forward. The ground forms plates that float over pockets of hot liquid and gas. Some hold, some don't. Two footprints can look identical, yet one is on solid mineral, and the other is over a cavity. The difference is invisible until your weight tests it. When the crust gives way, it doesn't behave like normal mud. It can grab, pull, and trap a leg instantly, making balance impossible. Panic makes it worse. Struggling adds pressure, breaks more surface, and turns a small collapse into a larger failure zone. Even the air can disorient you. Sulfur fumes sting eyes and force shallow breathing. That reduces oxygen intake and raises stress fast. People begin making efficient decisions that aren't safe, shortcuts, faster steps, less testing, exactly when precision matters most. There's also the illusion of dryness. Salt flats look like open space, but the edges of pools are thin and undermined. Minerals build a rim, then dissolve from below. The rim can hold for hours, then break like glass under a single boot. If someone goes down, rescue becomes a math problem. You can't rush toward them without risking a second collapse. Ropes need anchor points, but anchors may not exist on stable ground. Every extra person near the edge multiplies the danger, and time is brutal here. Heat drains stamina, dehydration accelerates, and the body loses fine motor control. That means slower knots, slower decisions, slower movement, while the environment stays constant. The longer you're exposed, the less capable you become. That's why one wrong step can trigger immediate disaster. This place doesn't punish gradually. It removes stability first, then removes options. Once the crust breaks, you're not recovering. You're trying to escape a chain reaction of collapse, heat, and panic. The real trap is psychological. The terrain looks simple, so people treat it like normal ground. But it isn't ground. It's a fragile surface above a system that's actively boiling, venting, and shifting. The landscape is not dangerous, sometimes. It's unstable by design. Experienced teams move here like they're diffusing a device. Slow steps, constant testing, strict spacing, and no improvisation. Because the safe path is never wide and the field changes faster than memory, confidence is the fastest way to step wrong. In Danakil, the entrance can feel easy. The exit is harder because fatigue dulls judgment. And that's the final rule of this place. You don't need a major mistake. You only need one step you didn't verify. Then the environment decides the rest.